The following is a live broadcast of a Lone Star community radio program, recorded and broadcasted live on irlonestar.com, Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and facebook.com/irlonestar. For more information on this show, please visit our show page at irlonestar.com/shows. To sponsor or donate to this program, visit our donate page at irlonestar.com/donate, or email us at lscrstudios@gmail.com, or give us a call at 936-666-1084. Lone Star Community Radio production and broadcast is possible by folks like you. So sponsor and donate today.
You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KCCZ LP Conroe, and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
Hello and welcome to Conroe Culture News, October 26th from downtown Conroe, FM 104.5, 106.1, and also on irlonestar.com, live Facebook on Conroe Culture News. Today we are going to hear from Sue Horne. She's the owner-director of Live Oak Senior Care Facility and Community Assistance Center. It's all about the ducks and the duck race with Kathy Rifaat, Mike Fortner, Jennifer Landers, and Courtney Frost. And so we'll hear about how you can buy your ducks and make a difference to people that need your assistance throughout the community. And then we're going to end the show today with Habitat for Humanity. Nicole Davis and Michelle Shift will be on here talking about the Bountiful Harvest cooking class and their silent auction. I'm your host, Margie Taylor, and this is sponsored by Roger Stein Chiropractic, and they are located by Conroe High School. If you're a new patient, it's only $25, and it all goes back to CASA. So, a couple things I want to mention is that this Thursday is the final concert, free concert. You know, we used to call it First Thursday, but it's been every Thursday in October, except for the Catfish Festival weekend, because they're playing catch-up. So these bands were booked for April through September, and of course we did not have the free concert April through August. So this is the last one, and this will be a tribute to the Queen of Tejano. This will be a Selena concert. We expect a large crowd there. The music starts at 7. Market day starts at 6. Vendors can still sign up by going to the Isaac Conroe Farmers Market page or sending me an email at margie@taylorizepr.com. So a couple other things that's going on. This is Halloween this week, in case you lost track. And yes, it's still happening Saturday night. And first time Halloween's been on a Saturday night in a while. So downtown Conroe will hope that everybody comes out to have a good time. And yes, you can wear costumes. Pacific Yard House has live music. It's a song swap with artists Brooke Elise, Matt Rawls, and Wade Tanner. No cover. And the Quarter Pub starts their band up at 9 o'clock. Primrose Hollow performs a Halloween party at the Red Brick Tavern starting at 9:30. Of course, you can get your costumes from the Assistant League, and if you don't know, the Assistant League, it benefits a lot of local nonprofits and vulnerable populations. You can also go to Conroe Central Market. If you haven't been in there lately, they have lots of interesting things to do. If you're looking for something to do, go in there and start Christmas shopping, because, you know, after Halloween, it's all over. It's all over. You got Thanksgiving and Christmas, and then hopefully we move on to 2021, right? So lastly, if you haven't been to Margaritaville, they are also doing a lot of Halloween thrills and chills and spooks. They're having a thriller dance class, a pumpkin painting, family trick-or-treating at the Halloween bar crawl, and their costume contest starts at 9 p.m. at the Land Shark Bar and Grill. If you want to know more information, you can go to their Facebook page, Margaritaville, Lake Conroe. So with that, we're going to move right into our first guest. And I have seated across from me Sue Horne. She's the director of Live Oak Senior Care Facility, and they're at liveoakseniorcare.com. So she's going to tell us all about what's going on, because, I mean, all you've heard about is bad stuff about senior care facilities, right, Sue?
That's all we read about. That's all the residents even hear about. They turn on the TV and it's all the negative publicity, everything. But I'd like to say, it hasn't been all bad. It's been inconvenient, as we like to say, and yet during the 7 months that we were basically locked down, our residents remained happy and healthy. We had 0 cases of COVID-19. Zero cases.
Zero. And how many residents do you have?
36.
Wow.
So, and this was during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And so with the 36 that we had in there, we were not accepting others in because we didn't want to bring the virus in. So we just became a community within ourselves, and we stayed within the walls. Our families were amazing, and I want to take this opportunity to thank them. They were amazing and supportive to assist us in doing the things we did. The staff of Live Oak Senior Care is basically, in 37 years of healthcare, I've never had a staff that has gathered together with such commitment, such compassion, and such a desire to make the best of every day for these wonderful seniors. And amazingly, I learned more probably in these past 7 months from our seniors than I did in getting 2 doctorates, one in psychology, by the way. But I learned that they're probably the greatest historians ever. If you just stop to listen, their stories are amazing. And this downtime gave us an opportunity to really hear their stories and to listen to their stories. And from that, we gained so much insight into what life is, should be about and what's really important in life. And it's just been one of those things that, yes, there were lonely days. When this thing first started, we didn't know what to expect.
We still don't.
We didn't know what was going on. And, and so the days turned into weeks, the weeks turned into months, and the months we thought we're going to turn into years. Fortunately, I don't think that's the case. I think we're going to get around the corner with this thing, and life will be back to some semblance of normalcy, and I believe that normalcy will be better than we've known before. Some people don't seem to think that, but I'm an eternal optimist.
I love that attitude. Yay.
I'm an eternal optimist.
You go, Sue.
And I think that, we learn from the past. We learn from, things that happen to us, and we have learned that, just because everyone's saying it's doom and gloom doesn't necessarily mean that we have to throw in the dirt over a 6-foot grave. So, that having been said, it's been my privilege and my honor to serve the residents of Live Oak Senior Care during these past 7 months. I purchased the facility in December of 2019. They had 6 employees at that time and very few residents, but we have now 22 employees.
Wow.
And we're filling up fast. So we've done really not much advertising because what has happened, and we haven't been able to do that because of things that have been happening over these past months, but word of mouth from families to other people who have loved ones who need to be cared for because of safety concerns or just simply reaching that time in life that they don't want to take care of a big house. They want to have free time to go travel, to go see their grandchildren or whatever. And we have a lot of those folks there. They still drive cars. So, it's a really neat community. We have very eclectic people there. We've had a state senator state representative from Oklahoma. We have engineers. We have teachers. We have, former teachers. It's just an amazing time. And
it's a good mix of people.
Oh, it is. It really is. And when they get together and really start talking, it's amazing to see how much that we didn't know in the field of education that we learned from those folks who actually spent a whole career doing other things.
Well, it's great storytelling, like you mentioned earlier, and what a great time to start doing that. So you have 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom sites, is that correct?
We actually have studio, 1-bedroom, and 2-bedroom apartments.
Okay.
We also have one wing that is totally dedicated for pets. It's full, actually, because
so they can have pets. That's a cool thing.
Yes, and we do have pet therapy.
Okay. How does that work?
Beautifully. Even the people who are, say, I don't want to have a pet. And when the pet therapist comes and brings a beautiful golden retriever out, they just can't get enough of it. They just can't get enough. And so, we have that. We also have a memory care wing for those who have a little more difficulty with their cognition. One of the things that I learned in graduate school that has come, I brought with me is that I don't believe in locked facilities. I don't believe in locked doors. So we were able to get approved a electronically secure unit. So when families go to visit their loved ones on that unit, they don't have to go through and have a cold door slam and lock behind them. It's electronically secure. It monitors and notifies staff when someone is going in or out. So it has a real feel for the what freedoms that they do have left. Because when you reach that stage of late dementia, you don't have a lot left, and so we try to do things that that bring back fond memories, so that they can live out what days they have left, happy and enjoying the future without knowing that, hey, we're just locked up. That just has a bad connotation for me, Margie. I just don't like that.
Absolutely. And, I think it's amazing. It's still amazing that you had no seniors that had the COVID, and a lot of times that's because, from what I understand, the staff goes and works at other facilities as well. Does some of your staff work at other facilities too?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a big reason why.
Absolutely
then.
not.
They only work at your facility.
They only work at my facility, and yes, it costs a little more to have the very best, but
of course,
the commitment of people at this
You're
level
paying
of
for
caring,
quality,
and you have to make it worthwhile for them to stay there and be committed. But our staff actually would come in the staff door in their street clothes, and they would change clothes and put on their scrubs as they came into the building, so that they wouldn't bring something in, and they continue to do that. I think that we're probably 99.9% safe not to do it, but they continue to do it because they don't want to take that 0.1% chance that they could not be safe.
What other protocols did you do?
We did screening, followed all the CDC guidelines. Montgomery County was very helpful. We followed the state guidelines. Actually, I kind of broke one of the state guidelines, and I confess
Don't say that out loud.
I had to say it out loud. They may write me up for it, but that's okay. We know our families intimately, and we know that they're going to be very careful. They're not going to come see a loved one and bring something to them. So 2 days before Governor Abbott actually issued the okay for family visits, I had a family member that came in from out of town and hadn't seen his mom for a long time, and I said, yes, you can see her. So if they get me for that, they get me. It's just been a collaborative effort. The community, our first responders, our families, our residents, our staff, everyone has worked together. And in May, we had one of the most fabulous, I think over 200 participants in a drive-by parade.
Nice.
That included our state, county, local elected officials, first responders, people were driving by, and they would get in the parade with their signs they'd made for our residents, and our residents made signs to hold up for them as they set out.
I bet that
it
was exciting.
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing, and over 200 cars and participants.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was good.
I'm excited, and then to top it off, you have a restaurant there.
Yes.
And I'm sure that you prepare meals focused on their senior health and nutritious, but you also have a beauty shop.
Yes, we do.
And you have a movie room and a library and a workout facility. So they don't need to go anywhere. It's all right there. It's all contained like its own little town.
We are a community within the walls or confines of Live Oak Senior Care. And it's amazing how even our cosmetologist that comes out to do hair, he quarantined during this entire period so that he could continue coming, because it makes a difference. They felt great when they got their hair done.
Oh, absolutely.
And the guys got their little, shaves and haircuts and things like that.
Wow.
It made a big difference in their frame of mind, their happiness.
Yeah.
So we did everything. We even did live streaming of our local church services so that they could have connected to the spiritual community. And because on a normal basis, we have outreach ministries that come in, but couldn't do that. So we did live streaming from various faiths, and that was wonderful. And we streamed that in our media room. And now they watch Golden Girls and things like that, and have a really good time. Things that I can relate to.
Well, that's great. So what do you have coming up? Do you have some special parties coming up? Do you have something for Halloween?
Oh, yes.
Of course you do, right?
We have Fall Festival on Friday. And I have been very blessed and fortunate because this doesn't typically happen. But I have an intern from the University of Alabama, and I know Aggies, but University of Alabama is working with me, and she had a project to do. And I said, okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to do something that is really fun, working with our activity directors. Do something that's really fun, and let's do it for a fall festival on Friday before Halloween. So they've put that together, and it's all interactive. The residents are all going to participate, and every one of them has a unique role in that fall festival. So no one is left out.
Are you going to video it?
Yes, we are.
Okay, cool.
Yes, we are. And they do like to see their pictures. We have a board on the wall and going down the foyer, and they love to see pictures of themselves. And I think it shows them, hey, they're still very active, very photogenic, and very much appreciated. So we have the Wall of Honor.
Well, it makes them feel important, too.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I think that you got to have that still all throughout your life, that you matter, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And, I was kind of appalled at a statement I heard several months ago, and it was said, why are we wasting time, and energy on, protecting our seniors and so carefully?
That's disturbing.
It is disturbing, and it was disturbing, and it kind of made me just downright mad.
Yeah.
Because, we have people there that have fought in the wars that give us our freedom. And if there's one thing I could do differently with Live Oak Senior Care, I would open it up for veterans who can't afford the care they deserve at this stage of life. And I have probably been a little more lenient in that respect, and I just believe in taking care of our veterans.
I bet if you made a nonprofit end of the business, you could do that. Just saying.
I would like to see that more than anything, because I truly,
and partner with the American Legion and the veterans organizations out here, the VFW and that. I think that's a possibility. I mean, even if you only took one or two.
Yes. And, I have one veteran there that just says, I only have, and, I'm able to do that because it's not a huge corporation that owns it. I own it.
Right.
So,
you can make your decisions.
I can make my own decisions. I can lose money.
It's kind of fun having your own business, huh?
Yeah. But, I have one resident there, veteran, and I mean, he's amazing. And he said, this is all I have.
Right.
And I said, come on in. We'll make it work. And I'll tell you, he has contributed as much or more than anyone has contributed there. So,
great.
It's a win-win.
It's a
win-win.
A good choice. So if somebody wants to find out, you only have, you said 8 spaces left in your facility right now.
That's it.
That's not very many. And you have how many residents there right now?
We have 36 right now. We have
36.
2 moving in, and we have a total of 47 apartments.
47. Mm-hmm. And your oldest resident is 103.
103. We go all the way from 62 to 103. So double, almost double.
So I could live there.
Well, I kind of do. It's,
okay.
It's 24/7, but it's not like work. It's like, okay, if you really enjoy doing something, it just doesn't feel like work at all. It's a pleasure. It's a privilege. It's an honor to be there for these wonderful folks. It truly is.
So if somebody wants to come by, what protocols do you have in place for them to come by and visit if they have a loved one or they're interested?
Yes, right
finding
now
out.
we ask that they call and make an appointment so that we can schedule it at a time that the residents are not out in the facility, that they're either in activities or
So
something.
it's a contained area.
Yes, and then we have a screening protocol. We take temperatures. We ask all the questions that CDC has recommended that we ask, and also we ask that they wear masks while in the facility.
So you can maintain that 100%
Absolutely.
COVID-free.
We've had no staff or residents.
That is just truly amazing. Okay, anything else you want to leave us with, Sue?
All I can say is, I wish that we could replicate this model all over the world, because I think we've gathered together, the staff, the people, everything, and
Maybe you can.
if I weren't so old, Margie.
Well, maybe somebody else might want to do that.
I do think that it is possible, and I really would like to think that we can put Montgomery County on the map for having the best senior care facility
That's
in
awesome.
the world.
That's awesome.
So,
Okay, so again, that's called Live Oak Senior Care, and their website is liveoakseniorcare.com. Follow them on Facebook and watch what they're doing on Friday. Okay, we're going to take a quick break and hear all about the duck race. And I am Margie Taylor, and this is sponsored by Roger Stein Chiropractic.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment, or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
An estimated 1 in 10 births will result in a neonatal intensive care stay, also known as the NICU. Overnight, a family can find themselves and their newborn baby in a critical situation. The Mila Foundation financially and spiritually assists families in need. If you would like to volunteer or become a monthly sponsor, please visit us at www.themilafoundation.org. Again, that's www.themilafoundation.org, because every life matters.
The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service has been dedicated to educating Texans for over a century. In 1915, the Extension Program was established under the federal Smith-Lever Act to deliver university knowledge and agricultural research findings directly to the people. Ever since, AgriLife Extension programs have addressed the emerging issues of the day, serving diverse populations across the state. Texans turn to Extension for solutions in horticulture, agriculture, 4-H and youth, and family and consumer sciences. Extension agents respond not only with answers, but also with resources and services that result in significant returns on investment to boost the economy. Join us Fridays at 1 o'clock for the AgriLife Extension Hour.
A Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question or comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station at irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with Lone Star Community Radio.
Did you know that there are over 153 million orphans in the world today? The sad reality is 99% of those kids will likely never be adopted. Core Love is an organization right here in Conroe that takes care of orphan children in Haiti, Honduras, and India. We bring the love of Jesus by providing their 6 basic needs of clean water, proper food, healthcare, education, job skills, and a loving home. Visit corelove.org. That's CORELUV.org. Will you help defend the orphan?
Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question, comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station on irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with Lone Star Community Radio.
Hello, and we are back for our second segment today on this wonderful gloomy Monday out here, and it's FM 104.5, 106.1 Conroe Culture News and irlonestar.com, Conroe Culture News on Facebook. So now it's duck time. If you cannot see, I don't know what to tell you, but it is obviously duck time. The duck is waving. Of course, the duck is trying to be socially distanced. He's got his mask on, and I am sitting here with Courtney Frost, Kathy Rifaat, and Jennifer Landers, Executive Director. Oh, sorry, not executive director? Were you shaking your head no?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. I'm like, okay. Executive Director of Community Assistance Center. Yeah, at least this week you still are, right? And duck time. So what number is this for duck races?
13th annual.
Oh, of course it's the 13th on 2020.
Isn't that perfect?
Right?
Yes.
Okay, this is the 13th annual duck race that's normally done in the summertime. It's shifted from July 4th to August, and now we're doing it in November. Is that right?
That's right. It's been in August. We moved it to August 2 years ago. This year was intended to be August as well. So we are doing that. The date is different, and we have a few other differences this year as well. So the event's going to be virtual. We will have a few folks there. Some of our sponsors will be invited, our board members and our staff members. And, of course, the star of the show, Quacky, over here. He's going to be there. And we have a different venue for this year. The City of Conroe Aquatic Center is
brand new.
Is sponsoring the venue for us. Yeah, so that's a beautiful facility. So
is the duck going to go down the chute?
So
are you going to go walk?
He's already been, if you've looked in
I
our
did
publicity.
see. Yes,
I loved it.
Yes, I shared that publicity.
Yes, great time. Enjoyed by all.
Okay, awesome.
So they have a beautiful facility there, and so we'll be having 5,000 rubber duckies that are going to be in the race. And we are adopting out all 5,000 ducks. And so the process is you adopt a duck, which is really kind of sponsoring a duck, and each duck will have a specific number assigned to it. And so we'll race all the ducks down these two slides, and they'll where normally we have them go in a race where they go around a lazy river, the facility this year will have it just kind of pooling at the bottom of the slides, and we're going to do a version of a duck pluck. And so we'll be picking them out of. We'll get them all stirred up and mixed up,
and they all look the same. They're all identical,
and every single one has its own number. So everybody who adopts a duck has a specific number assigned to them for every single duck. And so we have some great prizes that are available for the people who are adopting. They have a chance. They have an opportunity to take a fun way to support CAC, but also win some awesome prizes. Our top prize this year is a 70-inch Samsung flat screen TV, which the box is in our office, and it is bigger. Like I don't even know. My house isn't big enough
than all of us. Yeah,
so it's quite
really
large. It's really
We'd have
amazing.
to keep it here on the wall.
That's right.
Fun.
So, and we have a HP Chromebook laptop, which this year would be a great year for that with all of the students, doing virtual and that sort of thing. We have a Apple TV. The Historic Hill House is donating a very nice, generous gift certificate for that facility.
Apple Watch.
And Apple Watch Series 6 with GPS. And we have a couple of other really fun, like duck family packs with those gigantic duck floats that you could use for the pool or the lake, and a whole bunch of different accessories and stuff.
But it's all about helping your neighbors, right?
Yeah,
That's
course
really
it's about
the major reason. You're not doing
that's
it.
Right.
You could win a prize.
But even if you don't, it's a fun way to support
us. It's a fun way to support
and
what you're doing.
Another thing that we like about this year is, adopting just one duck is $5. And so for people who want to financially support, but maybe it's a more difficult, challenging financial time, which it is for so many people, as nobody knows that more than the CAC staff, of course, but with all the people that we're helping. But you can still make a difference by adopting a duck for just $5. Sponsorships available, and you can certainly adopt as many ducks as you want. So,
and you can be on a team, or you can make your own team, right?
Yes.
right.
Preferably that you support my team, #Flock and Frolocks.
Oh,
you know,
getting the
not that we're going to be competitive or
Let's
anything.
all just get it in there. Do you have a team, Kathy?
Well, my team is everybody's team.
Okay, that's
Yes,
a good answer.
I actually
And
promote
Jennifer?
everybody else's team.
Landers, Mighty Ducks.
Okay. Now, Jennifer, did you get a pie in the face?
I did on Friday.
I saw the duck walking back and forth.
I was so excited to get that pie. Everybody was concerned, but I loved it,
It was
because
fun.
that means we sold 2,500 and we got halfway to our goal. Right now, we are at a little over 3,000. We're at 3,020 ducks, and two of our board members have now stepped up and said that they would take one for the team. So we get to decide what happens to them if we can get to 3,500 before the end of today.
Oh, wow.
So please go and buy ducks from any team. We don't care which team, but any team.
Just adopt a duck.
Yes.
So this is happening really fast.
Very fast.
As far as adopting the ducks, normally it takes months.
We normally have a lot more time, but with this year, we had to cancel our other major fundraiser, our legacy luncheon. So this is taking the place of everything. And when we were able to do that, we really had to hit the ground running, because it's limited time before the end of the year and to get it done.
But
so
I think the sense of urgency is getting people to adopt them faster too. Aren't
I
they?
agree. Yes, and I think part
Seems
of it
like.
is we really need it because we've been serving so many folks. And
Tell
so,
me about that.
So every duck really helps a neighbor in need, and this year we have seen such a huge increase. Our to date, our financial assistance is up a little over 243%, and then our food distribution is up over 600%.
And you have another food distribution this Saturday?
This Saturday, yeah, we'll help about 300 families drive-through style, so it's still limited contact. They'll drive through and get food. And we also have a partnership with the Interfaith Community Clinic. They'll be giving flu shots, and you get to stay in your vehicle and get food or flu shots as you drive through.
This?
At our location,
At your
which is
location.
1022 McCall Avenue here in Conroe.
And what time does it start?
It will start at 9:30. I think the distribution starts at 9:30 and then goes until we run out of food.
When do they start lining up?
That's a tougher question. And
is it kind of scary?
It is, because we have folks, no matter what we say and how we say it, we'll have
Will they
folks
be lining up from Mike's office all the way down?
Yeah, the night before sometimes, just because we still have so many people that are in such great need that they just want to make sure
really
that they're
need
getting it. And it's a good, substantial amount of food. It's pantry boxes, it's protein boxes, it's produce boxes, so it's a little bit of everything that folks need, and it'll last for a little while. So it's good quality stuff that'll really sustain it.
Did you have a sponsor for this?
Not for this one.
Not
This
for
is
this one?
is a partnership with Montgomery County Food Bank. So this
Okay.
is one of our quarterly ones that we typically schedule with them, and they provide the volunteers
And
as well.
anybody in need can.
And all you have to do is live in Montgomery County, and otherwise you can
do
drive
they need
in
to
and
bring
ask.
anything?
No. We
Okay.
will ask a couple of questions just for reporting purposes, like how many are in your household, just so we know how far it's going, and that's it.
But they don't have to give their name or income level or
No,
any
we'll
of
ask
that.
zip code and that kind of thing, but that's it, just so we can kind of identify who's
Right.
getting what. And, it's
Perfect.
really very unintrusive. We have a lot of fun. We'll have costumes and music and some stuff for the kids since it is Halloween. We always like to
fabulous.
make it as fun as possible while we're out there.
Cracky's going to be with us again.
Yes.
Of course. It's duck time.
It is.
It's duck time till November 14th, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Courtney, what are you going to tell us about?
Well, what kind of info do you want?
I
Besides,
don't know.
where to go?
I don't know.
So the best way to support us is to go online, because this is a virtual event. Go online to www.duckrace.com/The Woodlands. That
Even
is
though it's Conroe.
Yes, even though it's Conroe, and we serve all of Montgomery County,
Sure.
so we have a wonderful opportunity to help so many people here in our community. But you go online, you adopt your ducks, however many ducks you want. You support all the wonderful teams, and it's just a fabulous way to help us. And of course, you can follow us on social media. A lot of our promotion has been on Facebook, but we're also on Instagram and LinkedIn. And so we've had some fabulous sponsors, and I think that's something that you guys are going to cover, some of the great sponsors, and that there's more opportunities for individuals and companies to sponsor as well.
we have lots of great sponsors, and I'll list a couple of them, but we also have opportunities up until Friday for folks to be listed on the t-shirt, and then we'll have another deadline to make sure anybody's in all of our publicity, but we still have plenty of room for sponsors, and sponsorship is a great way to ensure that we can continue to help our folks too. So
yeah, you could the contact information you can find on the event website or on our organization website, cac-mctx.org, or just contact me. So, Kathy.
And you have a video on there too, if people really want to see what the duck race is
what it's all about.
That video is from last year.
And it's fun. I mean,
when
it's
the event is
whimsical.
open to the public, it's just
yellow
such a
rubber
blast.
ducks. I mean, how complicated
Very family
is
friendly,
it?
and
Is
yeah.
this
So we
sweet?
look forward to getting back to that next year
Sometimes
with
they used to
where all the
squeak, you
families
know?
are able to come with their kids and
that one does.
But yeah, so the sponsorship information, I'm happy to be the contact for that.
That could be annoying over there, Jennifer.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying.
So our top two sponsors are Entergy Texas and Lindy, which was formerly Praxair Inc.
Oh, I didn't know they changed names.
They did, yes.
And then Consolidated Communications is a runner-up from there. And Waste Connections.
Wood Forest National
Forest
Bank.
National Bank. Yeah, I don't even have my list with me.
I was going to say I could do.
Well, this is pretty good off the top
I
of your
know.
head.
I know. We had so many generous sponsors so far.
Buckaloo Chevrolet, Wiesner. Janet and James Stillwell, the Michael family, Eric and Jen Peterson, Crow Wealth Management.
Oh, look at you. Look at her go. Brain Tech.
Brain Tech.
I saw them.
Yes. So we're very, very lucky, but there is still more room for sponsorships, and the deadline for our T-shirts is Friday.
Why are you whispering? Is it a secret?
It's a secret.
Okay.
No, I just kidding.
Okay. I want to hear the duck quack. Is duck quack? Can the duck quack? Okay. All right. Way to go. Okay. What else you want to add? Anything?
Well, actually, I was thinking that maybe you might want to share some of the great work that we did through COVID and are still doing.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'd be happy to. So we are really lucky that we have not had to miss a beat during coronavirus at all. So our staff has been really, really hard at work, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of them. But at the height of the pandemic, we were serving a need for individuals. It was a little over 1,043% for food assistance and nearly 400% for financial assistance. We are so grateful for all of the funds that we received from Montgomery County, especially from Commissioner Metz, from the Commissioner's Court. We received some of the county rent and mortgage dollars, and then CDBG dollars and emergency shelter, and that has allowed us to continue to serve each and every family that has come in. The blessing is for those that don't meet certain requirements, we have our overarching funding that we've been able to push in, and then we had 2 rounds of funding that came in from United Way of Greater Houston, and so we have really continued. Every time we think, oh my gosh, we might, need additional funding or we need to do something else, there's been another blessing that's happened, and we've been able to continue.
People have been very supportive.
So generous, which I know during this time especially, it's so difficult because so many people don't know what it looks like, with everybody kind of being uncertain about what's happening in the economy and everything else, that it's been fabulous that we've been able to get so much assistance. And a lot of folks that we do business with, for example, Guarantee Bank, they came up and stepped up in the middle and just gave us a donation. And we've had several folks that have been new to our organization. It's amazing how many people came out in a time that you weren't supposed to be volunteering, and they would reach out to find things they could do at home. And then once it was clear, they came in. We ended up starting a couple of new programs during this time. One of them is senior grocery delivery, because we noticed during our food distributions, a lot of our seniors that we typically serve weren't coming out because they were being told to stay home, or they didn't have transportation. And if the regular transportation wasn't running, they had no way to get there. So we started that and had a great partnership established at that point in time with the Woodlands United Methodist Church and some other volunteers that picked routes and would deliver and also help fund the program, because we kind of came up with it midstream. So it was great to have so much support and be able to meet all those needs.
Yeah, I saw that in the Wood Forest community when I lived there. They were gathering funds to do senior groceries.
They do everybody does such amazing work in our community. We've been blessed and built new partnerships with other organizations. So we will continue to do what needs to be done to meet the needs and work with everyone so that we don't have any neighbors that go without.
That's awesome.
Well, and this Saturday is a perfect example of the Interfaith Community Clinic bringing their free
shots.
Flu shots.
Yes,
free
and
flu
I
shots.
will definitely share that here.
Please do.
I will. You know I will. So
can I follow up on a couple things that we've talked about?
Yes, quickly.
Just a couple things. Okay, so quickly. So the Saturday market starts at 8 a.m.
Okay,
Saturday.
8 a.m.
I just wanted to clear that up for anybody who needs to come our way. And then if I could just go real quick through our sponsors. I had to pull my list up. Sorry about that. But our Silver Duck sponsors are Lindy and Entergy, as we stated. Lucky Duck sponsors are Consolidated Communications and Wiesner. Quacky Duck sponsors, Brain Tech, Buckaloo Chevrolet, City of Conroe, Waste Connections, and Guarantee Bank and Trust, Signs, etc., James and Janet Stillwell, and the Woodlands Lifestyle Magazine, and Wood Forest National Bank.
And Taylorized PR.
And Taylorized PR is our PR sponsor.
Oh, thank you.
She's fabulous.
If you don't know her, she's
She
wonderful.
Have you met her before? She's pretty awesome.
She's
She's a
been the
keeper.
duck. She's lived the duck. That's all I got to say.
She's all about that duck
Literally
life.
Been the
lived the
duck.
duck and painted the nails yellow.
All right.
Well, so in closing, I want to say adopt a duck. And you can go to duckrace.com/the Woodlands.
Oh, that's
correct,
right.
Courtney?
That's correct.
And find you anywhere on social media. Courtney is the wonderful person who's doing a lot of that. And adopt a duck as little as $5 or do a quack pack, 25, right?
That's right.
Or
Every
do
duck makes a
50.
difference.
Do 50, do 100. Why not?
Why not?
Get your neighbors involved. Do a team. Be competitive. So, adopt a duck. Quack, quack.
Thank you for having us today.
Thank you so much.
It's been fun.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break and have Habitat for Humanity come on and talk about their interactive cooking. All right.
I saw that.
What can the Better Living for Texans program do for you? You can learn how to increase your consumption of fruits and vegetables, choose foods that are relatively inexpensive and good to eat, make your food dollars last longer, prepare quick, nutritious meals, help your children learn how to eat healthier snacks, and much more. Our program is committed to helping people like you improve your health through providing research-based nutrition education in a friendly, cost-free, and relaxed environment. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
A Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
Hey guys, this is Connor.
This is Dick.
This is Chris.
And we're with the Ticket Stub Podcast every Thursday live at noon on 104.5 and 106.1 FM in the Conroe area. Also, anytime at irlonestar.com. You go to irlonestar.com/TTS. You can find all of our social media.
And don't forget, we give away 2 tickets to the Grand Theater on every show.
If you like movies and you like complaining or celebrating anything that has to do with the silver screen, check out the Ticket Stub Podcast and join us every Thursday at noon o'clock on Lone Star Community Radio.
Hello, we are back. I am Margie Taylor, your host for Conroe Culture News at Lone Star Community Radio in downtown Conroe. This is the last segment of the day, and I am here with the people that are helping out with the Habitat for Humanity Bountiful Harvest Cooking Class and Silent Auction. Nicole Davis, who's the marketing director, and Michelle now I can't even say it, Shiflett?
Yes, ma'am.
Shiflett. And what is your role, Michelle?
I'm the Advancement Director.
Advancement Director. Yes. Having to do with coordinating fundraising and development and things like that, right? Yes. Okay, so they have some exciting things going on this week that you do not want to miss being a part of. And one of them is a cooking class. Tell me about that, Michelle.
Yes, on Thursday, we will have a live interactive cooking class with Chef Terrence Jenkins from Bon Temps Events. It's a lot to say. And we are going to be making fall Italian sausage pasta. And the idea behind this was to bring the community together the way that Habitat always has done until this tiny little pandemic that we're having. And just get together and have a good time, share some fall traditions, and enjoy our time together, and then allow you to eat your dinner with your friends and family who are at home with you.
So it sounds really fun. So you're going to learn how to make this meal.
Yes.
And as you're doing that, maybe you'll start doing more meals together as a family. Correct. And this is all via Zoom. So when you register, and there's 3 different levels.
Correct.
That you can do this.
Yes. Today is the last day to get the complete harvest box, which gives you all of the ingredients for the pasta dish, plus a salad and dessert and wine. And the reason it's the last day is so we have time to put it together and get it delivered to you by Thursday. We have a $50 ticket and a $25 ticket all on our website, and you have until Thursday at noon for those. And then we will send you the link on Thursday morning so that you can join us at that evening to cook with Ted Oberg from Channel 13 and Terrence.
It's very innovative. I love the idea. I think it's great. And, to eat the food and watch, and then you're still giving back and helping Habitat for Humanity.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a new way for us to bring the community together. The mission is to bring people together to build homes, communities, and hope. And that's what this is doing. We really wanted to focus on the community aspect. We just launched a campaign called What Does Home Mean to You? And within that campaign, we talk about the importance and the lavishness that we all love about having a home and a safe place to cook and make memories together. So that's the goal with this event, was really just to give the community an opportunity to do something a little bit different.
Start the conversation.
Yeah, yes. Absolutely.
And then we have incredible finds from our restore in our auction. There's a full-size working lightsaber for anybody who's into Star Wars. Beautiful fossils, some vintage jewelry. We also have items from our gala auction, since it didn't happen in April, that people can take advantage of. Again, jewelry, everybody likes jewelry, wine, lots of restaurant gift certificates. So the auction really will be what helps provide some of those missing funds.
And that's live now.
It is live now. Yes. It opened this morning, and it closes Thursday night at 9 p.m.
So after the cooking class, it closes. So everything kind of finishes thereabouts, Thursday night. Mm-hmm. And it's all making a big difference. But now you can do it from your home leisurely. Yes, so you can go on and do the silent auction, and you can start checking it now. And you know how you check back to see if somebody beats you? You need to start doing that. And I know everybody waits till the last to see if anybody else jumps in while you're cooking and drinking your wine, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and there are some great items, so it's not an auction that you want to miss.
I love the dollhouse.
It is beautiful. I will be bidding on it. I'm waiting until about Wednesday to scope out the competition.
That's what everyone else is doing.
Yes.
Bid now, Nicole. Bid now.
It started going. So, and the reason why you're doing this is to get funds to help people with homes, right? Yes. And you have, how many homes have you built this year?
We just finished 9 homes, just near the end, about 6 weeks ago is when we kind of tied up the end of that project, and we're beginning to build again. We just raised the walls on the first house for this build season this past Saturday.
And you have another event coming up in November, a live in-person event. The Vets?
Oh, yes.
Heroes?
Oh, yes, Habitat for
Soiree?
Heroes.
Thank you.
Yes, Momentum Title is hosting an event called Habitat for Heroes. It's an annual event to raise the funds to build a house for a veteran. An important component for this year's event is that Brian Brewer, the president, is looking to raise additional funds for repairs throughout the county for veterans.
Wow.
So there will be another component to that event. We're super excited about it and thrilled that Momentum Title has partnered with us on that.
Yes. And this year it will be held at Zonti. So fantastic
Italian
food.
cuisine.
Fantastic location.
You're all zeroing in on the Italian food right now, huh?
I know, we are.
Is that
Comfort
you?
food,
Does that come from
winter.
you,
I mean,
Michelle?
I do love food.
So the whole Italian thing. So tell me also what else has been going on with veterans and building with Habitat locally.
Yeah, so COVID and working from home, kind of having the opportunity to not take a break from volunteer activity, but to really focus on what do we need to take from our organization and hone in on. So we partner, with Momentum Title. So we became an official veterans build just in the last 6 weeks.
And what does that mean?
That means that we are recognized by Habitat International as an organization who builds and repairs for veterans specifically.
That's a big deal.
It is a big deal. Yeah, COVID really gave our staff the opportunity to focus on creating those policies and procedures and then presenting them to the board.
Making yourself better.
Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely. We also solidified ourselves via Habitat International as an aging in place organization. Aging in place and veterans build, they tie together quite often, but
Mhm.
this also gives us the opportunity to apply for funding to really help seniors stay in their home.
And repairs and things like that. Oh, we're
Yes.
getting the finger.
Yes.
We have a minute. All right. So the best place, if somebody wants to find out about this, not that whole long line, they can just go to Facebook, right? Would that be the
Just
easiest
Facebook
place?
Or
Facebook.
Habitat Montgomery County website.
Okay, so you can go to Habitat for Humanity, Montgomery County, and you can see the silent auction information, the link to the silent auction with all the wonderful things that starts now and goes through Thursday night at 9. And if you want to do the whole caboodle, you need to get on it. Is it too late now?
No, we'll close that tonight.
Tonight. Okay, so if you want it delivered to you with all the ingredients and the wine and sweet tea and all the other things and the dessert, well, then you need to get on it today. Otherwise, you can go buy the ingredients yourself, but still make a difference to Habitat.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, so it's Habitat, your website?
HabitatMCTX.org. And Facebook is Habitat for Humanity of Montgomery County.
Just Google it, it'll come up.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you all, and happy eating.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, and enjoy.
Today's show was recorded and broadcasted live on irlonestar.com, Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and all rights and ownership are reserved to Lone Star Community Radio. For more information regarding this program and Lone Star Community Radio, visit us online at irlonestar.com. Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's community radio station, serving the community with local programming on TV, radio, and online. If you enjoyed today's program, please support us by sponsorship or starting your own show. Contact us today by phone or text at 936-666-1084 or email the station at lscrstudios@gmail.com.